Hello. Hello. It's been not not too long. All right, not too long. Don't get too crazy. It hasn't been that long. It's been a little long though. I've been out to DC. It's been a week-ish. A week sounds about right. So I went out to DC for my sister-in-law's graduation, and I know I said, and I'm gonna own up to it. I did not do the homework. I know I said I would play some greedier mode by myself to unlock the mantle, and that way we could just launch straight into lost runs. But it was a busy weekend. I mean, I'll tell you all about it, and that reminds me, I need to have my list of happenstances pulled up. Um, so yeah, the first thing that happened. Let me actually pull up a character that actually needs some unlocks here. I was doing some Eve runs on the plane and it didn't quite materialize, but they seemed to be doing all right. So we're gonna start with that. Yeah, immediately I'm pretty happy with that. So, the trip out to DC, it was a whole affair, let me tell you. It was, believe it or not, I've been dating my girlfriend, now fiance, for 4.5 years, which it's not nothing. We've been dating for a good chunk now. And somehow, I had never met a whole side of her family. And so we went and we met that side of the family at the ceremony. Well, before the ceremony, we went to the hotel. Now I'm gonna, this isn't really doxing because I'm not there anymore. But I'm basically gonna give you a little glimpse into my life. All right. Now this college that my sister-in-law is graduating from. It is Tuesday. Hello, Rune. This college that my sister-in-law is graduating from. It's like a swanky private college. All right. So they had us up in like the Ritz Carlton, which like the Ritz is like there's a freaking adjective for it. It's like when something's ritzy, it's something's like really freaking fancy. We were up at that freaking hotel, and I was so out of my element, let me tell you. They had everything all set up. They weren't just hosting like us, they were hosting pretty much everyone that was coming to the graduation. And they had pretty cute stuff like down in the lobby. They had like little lemonade that was the colors of the school, and little sugar cookies that were glazed like with the school logo and stuff. It was honestly pretty wholesome stuff. But our first day there, I didn't even see this key. I could have just had that item for free. Our first day there, they brought us. This is very nice of them, right? Very, it's kind of what you would expect. It's the Ritz. You're paying through the nose to be there. They're gonna look after you. They're gonna be there with you. They brought us this little plate to our room about this big, that had like a chocolate mousse thing. It was like a chocolate mousse that's encased in a hard chocolate shell, and a white chocolate sort of swirl that was kind of this wave looking thing. And the swirl was printed, right? The swirl had printed on it. It was really fancy. These sort of shades of people throwing up their graduation caps and everything. It was very wholesome, very cute. And I was, I think, unpacking, or I don't know. I was out like getting my everything ready. Oh, and that cleared the curse. I didn't know that did that. That's really nice. I was unpacking, and then Emma, my fiance, is like, "Well, it's before dinner, but I want to take a bite of this. This looks really nice." And so she she takes a bite of the mousse, and she's like, "What is this? Pistachio? Gallium, come check this out." I go check it out. It was not pistachio. It was a whole ring of mold on the inside of the chocolate treat at the fucking Ritz Carlton, dude. It's like, so like she had already taken a bite of it, and I was like, Emma, that's mold. And she was like, no, it's not. I'm like, Emma, that's mold. And so she took our little she took our toothpaste into the bathroom to brush her teeth for like, I don't know, 15 minutes. In the meantime, we got in touch with is that Worth? Could be Worth. In the meantime, we got in touch with the people that were okay. We got in touch with the people that were hosting us, you know, the actual uh, 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 person in charge of us at the Ritz-Carlton. The person in charge of, what's it called? Just like the dining guy. The guy that was in charge of all of this stuff, and particularly like this event. And he comes over. He's like, hello, I received a call that there was something wrong. He was like this John whatever dude. He was all prim and proper, dressed in a suit. He kind of looked at me like, all right, what kind of crap are you gonna give me right now? And so I was like, yeah, come fucking take a look at it. He comes into the room. He gets one look at that chocolate treat, and he's like, oh no. And I'm like, yeah, I bet, oh no. Because keep in mind, they weren't just serving these moldy treats to us. They were serving them to everyone in the hotel that was there for the graduation. Now, thankfully, we were like some of the first people to get there. We got there, I have to imagine, a whole day earlier than most people necessarily did. So they were able to get out ahead of it. I might go for Angel Deals, TBH. They were able to get out ahead of it, and they replaced that stuff for other people. But I was out there, I was like, I feel like did we get a normal one? They replaced it with different treats, because the problem is they bought all of those in bulk, and it turned out that they were defective, you know. They bought all of those like that. You know what? Yeah, that works. So they had to go out, get like a different thing entirely for like everyone that was staying there and doing this thing. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's great. Actually, that's fantastic. But I actually kind of need to take some damage here. Let me buy a key real quick. It was huge, yikes. It was honestly, it was not great on their part. Okay. Check my phone. I checked my phone. Yeah, that's right. That works. Sorry, we're arranging a dinner right now. So they replaced that stuff, but they were like so super like apologetic, which, you know, understandably, they almost poisoned us. I'm going to hurt. Yeah. Hurt. And then quickly go back out while I'm still like that. And then pop this, spawn the heart. This is fantastic. All right, now I'm sorted. Now we can keep going. So, yeah, they replaced our chocolate. Sorry, I'm so stuck on this right now. They replaced our chocolate, then we move on. I finally meet that side of the family. It's, you know, it's sort of the different side of the family. They are, I don't know. They're the kind of people that are like a little. aggressive, I guess, is the only way to put it. They're not aggressive in like a bad way. They're just the kind of people that like see a conversation as having winners and losers, if that makes sense. Which I don't. For me, a conversation is a wonderful moment of communion between like two sentient beings. For them, it's like, yeah. So I met that side of the family. I met my fiance's cousin, who is very wonderful, wonderful guy. He's a very wonderful guy, but he very much gave me the impression that he was he recently got himself a girlfriend, right? He very much gave me the impression that he was edgier before getting the girl. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's only because it takes one to know one. But he gave me the impression that he used to be quite a bit edgier, and then he got a girlfriend and she mellowed him out. Because he was like, you know, he was giving some telltale like signs, if you know what I mean. You used to be edgy. Oh, brother. I mean, I know you would never think it, because like, look at me, I'm the goofiest motherfucker on the planet. But yeah, I used to, you know, I feel like every boy who was raised during the age of the internet had an edgy phase, like had a phase where just had a phase where like the internet got to you every time. You know that meme that's like a little boy at a crossroads, and one side goes into like a little like wonderful castle and like a paradise, and the other side goes into like a gloomy hell. Like every boy crosses that at, I would say, age like 13 and a half. Or it's like you can choose whether you're going to like make racist jokes for fun, or if you're like actually going to develop as a person. And you know, I developed as a person eventually, but I was close to going the other way, dude. And that's just how it goes with this kind of stuff. Honestly, this is a real good trinket for us, because we don't have to be spending 5 coins every floor on keys. That's going to really, really help. Thank you for becoming normal. Okay, do you want to hear like the craziest thing? What honestly I credit a lot of my emotional growth to is the TV show Steven Universe. Something about that show. I watched that show and it turned me like normal. That's so based. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, you know, I watched that show and I was like, dang. Emotions. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I was just watching that show and it's like, I get it, Steven. Me too. I'm gonna keep popping in case I get a better trinket, but so far I'm very happy. I need a shirt that says I watched Steven Universe and it turned me normal. I used to have a shirt. I think I threw it out now because it got a little old and ratty. That was just like Onion's head on a black background. And it was really cool because like it's a design that like if you haven't watched Steven Universe looks cool enough. But if you have watched Steven Universe, people would be like, hey, I like the show too. And I'd be like, hey. Hell yeah, especially in college, dude. So many Tumblr girls in college would stop me. I don't know how I did not have game in college, because so many Tumblr girls in college were stopping me, going like, oh my god, you like Steven Universe? And I was like, yeah, I like the show. Sorry, I gotta get the class. So, you know. I mean, in the end, I got with my... I should have joined. I should not have joined. What part of me screams frat boy material? Have you seen me? Have you, like, taken one look at me? I've been to a frat a total of, like, 3 times. Actually, untrue, 2 times. The first time was during orientation week for college. It was literally just a bunch of like 17 and 18-year-olds at our first ever college party that the frats were throwing to kind of like be like, hey, welcome to college, you know? How is he dodging all of this, by the way? I like quietly admiring how I'm doing right here, because like that's kind of crazy. Oh, plus 4 damage is insane, actually. I might need to just take that. I might just need to take that. How was DC? I was just talking about it. It was pretty good. Is there like anything like, oh, there's a guy there. I was like, is this guy just gonna be here forever? No. Let me finish talking about my my one and only college frat experience. So I went to this party. It was during orientation week. Plus 0.5 fire rates. Fire rates? Really? Okay. Dang, that's really good. My first ever college party was during orientation week. And I went there, and immediately I got my first real taste of college, aka they were not letting the guys in, they were only letting the girls in. Even at like the orientation, like welcome to college party, we were like getting a taste basically of what the rest of our college experience was going to be like. They were only gonna letting the girls in, they were not letting the rest of us in. And so we had one guy that already got in back when they were letting everyone in, and he was drunk as hell already. Like already. And he just poked his head over the little side yard that the frat had that had a little pool area there. He poked his head out and was smashed as hell, and we were like, hey, open the pool door, and he was like, yeah dude, party. I'm like, no, fucking open the pool door, we're trying to sneak into this frat party. And so there was like a cluster of us boys basically trying to like Dora the Explorer, like yell at this guy to open the pool door to let us in. And eventually we gave up. Like a friend and I were like, fuck it, let's leave. The second we turned around, he opens the door. Everyone fucking books it in, except for like, except for my friend and I. And then my friend manages to just get in, and then he pulled like such a fucking like Lion King moment where he saw me running for that door and just let it close in my fucking face, dude. I was there, I was like, fucking sorry? We were brothers. The hardship. We were out here, the both of us trying to get in, and you're about to do this to me right now? His name Ian, by the way. I'm not gonna say his last name, but I should have known. No good deeds come from men named Ian. I'ma say right now. And this guy Ian just freaking let the door close. All my homies, exactly. And so he gets in. What if you're named Ian? There's an exception to every rule, I guess. And so he goes in, locks the door behind him. Eventually, that same, like, mega drunk guy sees that I'm outside and opens the door for me. And I'm about to go in. I'm, like, about to be like, all right, fucking Ian's about to get it. But then we get in, you know, we kind of patch it over in the only way you can when you're, like, 5 shots deep into, like, pre-gaming. He was like, dude, I'm so sorry I didn't see you. And I was so drunk, I was like, yeah, that's probably correct. I probably wouldn't have seen you either. And so we started like dancing a little, whatever. And then Ian, that motherfucker, he had it out for me, like, by the way. I'm like slowly processing this right now. I'm like, Ian had only bad thoughts in his brain for me. So Ian, he he walks up to me and he's like, hey, this girl who was like at orientation with us, she just told me she's into you. You should get her a drink. And I was like, oh my god, Ian, for real? Yeah, I'll do that. So I walk up to this girl. I'm like, hey, you want a drink? And then she turns to the group of like 4 girls that she's with, and she's like, hey, this guy's getting us drinks. And I'm like, dude, they're selling fucking vodka cokes for like $12 in this place. I'm not about to get drinks for all of y'all. Okay, you know, I mean, hey, I'm not mad at her. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at her because like she saw a guy that she was not into, walk over, try a move that, let's be honest, not very good, bordering on sleazy, and she was like, I'm about to turn it around on this guy. You know, fair play. She played like if this was chess, you know, she knew the correct defense and she played it and she got me. That was checkmate. I'm mad at fucking Ian because he was like, okay, I'm realizing now basically there was this girl that I was friendly with. Let's put it that way. There was this girl I was friendly with during orientation. And it dawns on me now that Ian wanted to be friendly with this girl. Does the spear pick these up? It does not, and I took damage. That's incredible. Ian wanted to be friendly with this girl. I'm realizing that now. And he was probably trying to somehow, like, sabotage me in order to make that happen. Which, fuck you, but well played, I guess. I know, dude. Ian sucks. I'm telling you. But yeah. And that was like, after that, I walked up to a different girl at the end of the party. She was pretty drunk. I was pretty drunk, which is the only reason I was able to ask her to dance. And then we danced for all of like 20 seconds before she realized I had literally zero rhythm, and she literally just walked away. I don't know why I'm bearing my heart. This should be like a therapy session, not a stream. But like that was my one frat party. Which, hey, don't get me, yeah, I mean basically. But you know, I'm not mad. Like, ultimately, you know, frat parties are not for me, and I realized that from the beginning. I was just like, maybe now that I am in the US, things are going to be different. That was not the case, it turns out. I'd be crying in the bathroom. You know, I was drunk enough. I was drunk enough. It was vodka off a duck's back. But I yeah, I mean, I just was like, yeah, you know, parties are not for me, and I already knew that, so that's fine. I was already, you know, whatever. Is whatever. At the end of the day, it's whatever, because I found the love of my life, and we're together, and we're great. So, oh, the second time I was at a frat party, I have talked about on stream. They were doing a 2000s themed party, and they were in desperate need of jorts. And they were like, hey, you're a European, right? Do you have jorts? And I was like, first of all, fuck you. Second of all, yeah, I have like 12 pairs. I can hook you up. So that was basically my second time in a frat. I outfitted them with jorts, and they didn't even give me an invite to the party, by the way. These fucking frat boys. SMH. SMH. It's okay, like, dude, I was literally not even mad. I just stayed in my dorm room and watched Steven Universe and evolved as a person. While they became, like, you know, borderline cocaine addicts over the course of 4 years. I would say I won overall. I'm in trouble. I should have joined the frat for the bit. No, it genuinely would not have even been fun for me, is the thing. Honestly, no, I mean, but ball bandages. I'm just gonna re-roll this, see if there's anything better. No effect, but with the PhD, will it do anything, or is it straight up no effect? Now this is pretty good. This I will take. Do I want to go down so low? I mean, I guess I took it, so yes, but that's pretty dang low on everything. What? All right, yeah. Let's run it back and do it better. Oh man, that was pretty bad. But yeah, but both of my roommates freshman year were frat boys. They were not bad people. I'm still friends with the both of them. It was just not for me. That life was not for me, you know? Dude, the rotten penny is kind of crazy for greed mode. Am I right or am I right?
Judgment.
Nothing, huh? I see. Oh, that's not bad. Soul Heart, please. But yeah, oh, my trip to DC. My trip to DC. Let me tell you all about that. So yeah, my sister-in-law graduating from a swanky university in DC, right? So, the day of the day before the no. Yes, the day before the graduation, there was like a whole event in the hotel. Keep in mind, by the way, Alyssa, you were not here for this. They brought us a little chocolate treat to the, like a chocolate pastry to the hotel room because it was all like they were hosting a bunch of people celebrating the graduation, and so they were bringing stuff relating to that. And they brought us a chocolate mousse that was full of mold, and Emma took a bite of it. um and so like then there was like a whole like thing that was going on in the hotel. What the hell? I know. So there was a whole thing that was going on in the hotel the following night. And we were like under strict orders to not tell my sister-in-law about the moldy chocolate thing because, you know, she's about to eat stuff from the hotel and she gets food anxiety very easily. And, you know, like if she believes she's eaten something bad, she might actually feel bad for the following day that is her graduation. And we don't want to like put any of that out into the world right now. So we're under strict orders to not tell her anything. But at every turn, the hotel staff were coming up to me and Emma and they were like, hey, by the way, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. I was like mortified. And I'm like, yeah. Just fucking, you know, tell me about it later. Right now, we're like running a spy operation over here. We can't be taking care of this. Plus 5 keys. That it could be interesting. It could be worth keeping that. I'm definitely picking this up because I feel like that's gonna be busted. Angel bosses drop angel items instead of key pieces. That's also really good. That's also really good. So, there was a ball the night before the proper like graduation where she was gonna walk. And it was like a proper ball. It was like they dress code, you know. I was wearing a proper full suit for like the first time in my life. I was wearing like dress shoes. But no, we ate at plenty of good places. It was very, yeah. What kind of school does she go to? A swanky private one. So I was wearing a proper like suit, you know, dress code for this thing. So I was wearing a suit, undershirt, shirt, the suit blazer, suit pants. I was wearing Pac-Man socks, but you know, sue me. And dress shoes. And we go to this ball, by the way. They rented out the entirety of Union Station for this thing. Yeah, we're gonna try this out. I feel like this could be good. They rented out the entirety of Union Station for this thing. The inside of Union Station was all one big, like, ball. And we had this bracelet that had 3 little tabs on it that were, like, each of them you could tear off, and it was like a drink voucher, right? Why would they do that? It leads exactly to my point. Go ahead and open this bad boy. Okay, sure. leads exactly to my point. We walk in there after a bear of a line, and it is hot as balls inside of there. There is no AC. It's full of people, all kind of shuffling about and everything. So it's already super, super hot. It was a hot weekend to begin with. And the bar was actually no, yeah. I mean, the other places had been turned into like little sitting areas, so it was just sort of like low-key restaurant vibes. It was not bad. It's not bad. Eh. But the bar had like I walk up to the bar. I'm like, I wanted to ask for an old fashioned because that's sort of my go-to cocktail. I really enjoy that one. But I was like, you know, that might be asking for a little too much, and I've already had one of those at like the swanky hotel thing. So I'm just gonna ask for like a mojito, right? Like it's like literally one of the simplest things you can make. Just give me like a mojito. And they were like, sorry, we can't make mojitos. And I'm like, okay, wait, what can you make? And then she looks behind her and she shows me this like IKEA plastic table that they have set up with stuff on it, such as Tito's vodka, Coca-Cola, Sprite. I'm like, dude, this is like you made me dress in a suit to come drink like I'm at a house party at Union Station with like the hottest fucking like in the hottest night of the dang year right now. Is you're gonna do this to me right now? I was like, all right, fuck it, give me like a vodka coke with one of my 3 drink vouchers from the night. It was the most like it was straight up just coke. Like I could have downed that whole thing and it would have at worst given me like a sugar rush. Like it was a bad fucking drink on top of it. And then the music was it was just okay. Picture this, right? All the men are there in proper suits, all well combed and everything. All the ladies are out there in like evening gowns, you know, like the low cut in the back, the high heels, all sparkly and everything. Everyone is the picture of class. What kind of music do you imagine should be playing at this thing? Because if you guessed blasting at about 120 decibels Justin Bieber's Baby, you're probably correct. It was fucking they were playing the most like it is 2011 and it is the end of like and it is the end of like summer camp. It was like end of summer camp. They played YMCA. They literally played YMCA. Can you imagine a whole room of people dressed like they're going to meet the fucking president, who by the way is like next door, doing the fucking are you like what the I didn't do the dance. I was sweating myself out of that suit. Like if I moved any more that I strictly needed to in Union Station. It's honestly it seems like okay, and here's where I'm kind of coming out and I'm discovering some stuff. It seems like they realized the parents were going to be there and they didn't want to play any sort of like slow dance music. I can't picture why, but they realized the parents were there. They didn't want to play any like slow dance, you know, any music the kids could get nasty to. So instead they defaulted to, I don't know, the top hits from Kids Bop 2011. It was horrible and it was so bad, and I'm like, if you're hosting this thing and you're not even doing it for the kids, if you're not even doing it for the people that are graduating, if this is all literally just to appease the fucking parents who are there, what the hell are you doing, like, as a school, you know, like you have lost place. Yeah. Yeah, it was weird as hell, and yeah, I could not have pooped there because I don't think I could have moved if I wanted to. We literally had that one drink, tried to dance, they blasted baby at us, and we were like, yeah, fuck that. We got out of there. We got back to the hotel, and we literally just went to bed. And that was honestly the best part of the night. Just going to bed instead of hanging around playing. Like, yeah, it was bad. It was not good. Then, the following day, a bunch of the students had stayed awake, right? Bunch of the students had stayed awake, pulled an all-nighter, because that's just what they do. Raw space rocks and tinted. That's not really gonna help me much. I'm gonna see if there's anything good on the reroll. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Give me a pop of a diplopia. Yeah, that is pretty good. Just picking up all the loose items, all the keys I'm gonna need this run. That works. Okay. The actual graduation day went off pretty much without a hitch. A lot of the students were falling asleep in the middle of it because there's a tradition apparently where they have to stay awake. And staying awake all night in that fucking sauna at Union Station was probably breaking at least part of the Geneva Convention. And yeah, I don't know why I thought that was gonna do it. That was good. That was pretty good. Did not do shit though. Did not spawn anything for me. Not cool. This is really cool. The stairway is really cool. Okay, so now we're just straight up not gonna spend money in shops because we have the stairway at the next floor. You know what? You got me. You got me. I didn't even see that. The day of the graduation, we go down to the hotel lobby though. And it was, this shit is like shit that literally only happens in DC. We go down to the hotel lobby and it was crawling with fucking Secret Service agents. Because obviously some like diplomat's kid was graduating or something. And, and there was just like a bunch of Secret Service guys hanging out. They almost didn't let Emma go to the bathroom. Because obviously it was a guy that was graduating and he was in the hotel lobby taking a dookie. And Emma had to go to the bathroom and they were like, men's or women's? And she was like, women's. She was like, you may go. It's like, okay, damn. And the outside was full of like the black tanky SUVs with diplomat plates. It was just like whole thing. Graduation speech was great because it was given by I think it's Henry Winkler, the guy that played the Fonz. I think his first name's Henry. It's definitely Winkler, but I think it's Henry. But the speech was given by that guy, and it was honestly really, really good. They should honestly have those speeches be given by actors every time. Because, you know, it's nice to get someone that's really accomplished, but unless they're like a professional speaker, you want them to come in and put together like I don't even know how long speech for this thing. That's not gonna fly in most situations. In most situations, those people are gonna sit there and be like, it is a fantastic achievement that you're about to achieve, going on into the rest of your lives. You know, like, that's basically what we got. Because we got, you know, I'm not gonna complain too much, because the person that spoke at our graduation, was Caitlin Ohashi, who was a really fucking cool gymnast, but she's not, you know, she's not a public speaker. And she was obviously having a bit of trouble finding her stride during that speech. But, you know, I mean, I'm not complaining. All these flies helping me out is fantastic. We love to see it. This is what I needed. This is gonna help me. But yeah, I mean, that was basically the crux of my DC trip. It was just all the graduation shenanigans. All these crazy people speaking at your graduations. Dude, like, I don't know. At my graduation, it was just like a gymnast. She's like, yeah, she's an like Olympic gymnast, but I don't know. I feel like if you're an Olympic gymnast and they're like, hey, you want to come speak at a graduation? I'd be like, fuck yeah, are you kidding? I'd be like, yeah, put me up in there. I guess. Better than nothing, but I don't love it. Yeah. What else happened during the weekend and the trip? There was, oh, the fucking, okay, let me tell you about the absolute state of LAX, by the way. And by the, this, in some ways, every airport in the country, but LAX, I feel like, has it especially bad. They keep introducing these, like, new ways you can skip a line. They keep introducing, it used to just be, if you paid a bit more money with your boarding pass, you could skip like a line for like TSA. You know, you go, instead of going the regular Joe Schmo way, you go the like boarding plus or priority plus or whatever it's called, and you go that way and you get in. And that's, I did not want to pick that up. Is that still open? No, it's not open. Shit. So that used to be all that there was. Now they've introduced fucking whatever it's called, Clear ID. But the problem with Clear ID is that it's not introduced as a, like, here's a whole extra, like, line and a whole extra separate space for it. Clear ID is introduced with just, like, the thoughtfulness of, like, a kid, like, just packing a ball of mud and like splatting it on a window. Like, it just kind of exists there. If you want to do Clear ID, you just go to the Clear ID kiosk, and then there's people there working whose full-time jobs presumably are to like help you with the machine, which already tells me that machine's pretty fucking flawed. And then they just walk you to the front of the line. So like, you're sitting there, they keep telling us, please squeeze to the left. So these like fucking bourgeois people can like skip past me. You know, like, it's just a whole like thing. I'm like, listen, you know, I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, did we pay a little extra to skip a bit of the line? Yeah, I guess. So basically my point is, if you are with general boarding, you're a plebeian scum, and if you're with Clear ID, you're a bourgeois fucking problem. But I am the one that is correct. Disney fast passing your way to LAX. I mean, literally, it is what it is. It's just someone who helps you use a machine. Like, they're there with their little like Clear ID blazers. And you know, I've never been so fucking incensed as when it was my time to go get my freaking boarding pass checked and get through TSA, and the Clear ID lady that was ushering a couple of people in, they're like, okay, now we're gonna let him go through and then we'll go. And I'm like, what do you mean you're gonna let me go through? Try and fucking stop me. How about that? I've been standing in line for this shit for like 30 minutes. You just walked up. You can't do that. There's more of us than there are of you. You realize that, right? And you're easily marked with your stupid ass clear ID blazers. You're about to get swarmed. You're about to learn what it was like in 1789 France, dude. We're gonna give you the Parisian treatment. And then the actual flight was not so bad. And the rest of it was actually alright. Buddy in a box is good. King Baby, yeah. I thought they made King Baby better. Maybe I imagined it. Buddy in a box is decent. +1 damage. Never mind. That's always good. I stole food from LAX. Dude, that's fine. They sold me a bag of mini Chips Ahoy for $12. Like, you can absolutely steal from these people. In fact, I think they're kind of begging for it. I think they kind of demand it. Honey, I'm home. Hi, honey. Hi, home. I'm Gallium. Should have been my reply. Stole a whole sandwich and it was gross. Yeah. Sometimes I feel a little bad because what I do, right? I have zero consideration for my fellow traveler. I will, while I am at the airport, go find the nicest looking, like the most greasy, tasty looking sandwich I can find. I will order it. I will put it in my backpack for the unsuspecting people on the plane. And then about 2 hours into the plane, after they've already come through with the snacks and people are like, damn, these sun chips kind of opened up my appetite, but I don't have anything else. I bring out that freaking, like, tuna melt, like, sandwich with all the bells and whistles on it. And I freaking just tear into that thing while the people around me look at me like I just killed their mother. And part of it, you know, that's in many ways the best seasoning. I better have salmonella. Well, no, it has salmon. Piece of shit. Self-serve honor system kiosks. Oh, you mean those? Okay, I know which ones you're talking about. You're talking about the ones. Yeah, okay. You're talking about the ones that used to be an Amazon thing, but then Amazon ditched the product, and now it's just kind of there. I know what you mean. Like the ones where you just like grab a thing and then they Face ID, use your payment system as you walk out. Did you know that it came out, apparently? Is that what it is? Yeah, that is what it is. Did you know that apparently that's like it's not actually an algorithm? It's it's apparently it came out that they had just like hired a bunch of like people in India to stand in front of computers for cheap and just log all of that stuff. There was no like AI algorithm keeping track of it. So there you go. The more you know. That's why I just took it. Yeah, I mean, you know, what are they gonna do? Stop you? There's no employees. But yeah, that stuff used to be called like Amazon something or other. But then Amazon stopped doing it, and now it's just this like Amazon remnant. It's like sort of when you see like a place that clearly used to be a Pizza Hut. Like it has a font that's very Amazon-ish. And it has like a couple of the trimmings and a couple of like the little like sort of tiled plastic metal styling of Amazon stuff, like the Amazon lockers and stuff. It kind of looks like that, but it is not an Amazon TM product, you know, anymore. Well, you say it was like a fancy, but it was also bad, you said though, right? Oh, I didn't realize there was a guy on top of me. That's my beat. I need to do better at keeping, like, attention on both chat and whatever Isaac is doing. Okay. Yes, please. I watched while I was on the plane. I watched the Mr. Bean movie. I don't know if there's more than one. I'm talking about the one where he goes on vacation and it's like the movie festival in Cannes, in Cannes. It was not a bad movie, you know. I'm a come out and say it. Not a bad movie. I don't know if that was ever in contention. But I don't know. I didn't expect it. I forgot that Mr. Bean like speaks a little. I thought it was like a fully like mute character, but no, he goes like Bean. You know, he does a lot of that. And that was really off-putting throughout the whole movie. But other than that, good guy, good movie. Would watch again? Maybe in like 2 years when I forget it, all of it. Willem Dafoe is in that thing. I was not expecting him. I was not expecting him to show up. He is all up in there. Playing like just some like self-absorbed movie director. He's playing, I forget his name. But it seems very much the guy that made the Detroit Become Human video games. The guy that makes video games that are like pseudo-intellectual stuff. That guy. It seems like he was basically doing that. He just absolutely destroyed the other guy. I mean, that was very nice of him, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I gotta be careful, because those beams connect with the little guys he shoots out, and if you're in the way, you're getting beamed. Alright, we're good. There was also, okay, it was, I don't know if it was explained earlier in the Mr. Bean movie, and I straight up did not realize it, but the kid that is in the movie is like Russian, right? Like his dad is Russian, and the whole movie is about Mr. Bean trying to go to the beach and also reunite that kid with his dad because he accidentally separated them. Because the kid got on the train and his dad did not, because of Mr. Bean. And so he's trying to reunite them, and he's trying to blah, 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 blah. And the kid just starts speaking Russian sometimes, but it was never explained before that the dad is Russian. And I was like, I kept wondering if, because Mr. Bean is such like an international like character, if somehow I had gotten the Russian version of the movie, because like who's to know, dude? People barely talk in those movies, and it was all subtitled anyway. So I was like, I don't know, maybe like, you know, the French guys speak French, that makes sense, but like the kid that speaks to Mr. Bean, he's apparently speaking Russian, so I don't know. But no, it just turns out his dad was Russian, and that was actually a plot point that was just not explained, and I was very confused the whole time. But you know, that's just that's the director's artistic vision that I did not see. Speaking of movies that I've seen, I saw the Avengers, the 2012 Avengers, yesterday night, because we have been pretty much well, I say we, Emma has been rewatching all of the Marvel movies. I just told her to like hit me up for the good ones, but she's been rewatching all of them in order to prepare for like the next phase of Marvel. What movie am I talking about? The Avengers, the first Avengers movie, 2012. And we watched the first Avengers movie yesterday because I was like, just hit me up for the good ones, and she wanted to watch it so she could continue watching the other not so good ones during work. And we watched that movie. It was okay. Here's my 2 cents, all right? It's an all right movie. It's just not it didn't age like that well. I was watching it and I was like, dang, the special effects don't look that good. The action looks kind of stiff. As the opening scene was honestly like painful to watch, and I was like, is the acting gonna be that bad throughout? It is not. I mean, once the actors with more pedigree get involved, when you start getting like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson on screen, they can turn any script and put in a shift. They can make a performance out of it. But I was watching that. I was like, we're about to be in trouble if the whole movie is acted this way. Thankfully, it was not. This boss combination is hell. I'm in hell. And I forgot how fucking fun the Hulk was, dude. I'm so mad at what they did to my boy, the Hulk. Because in the first movie, everyone is scared of him. And I liked the idea of, like, that little touch of, like, edgy, that little touch of, like, oh, what movie? Oh, before the Avengers. I was talking about the Mr. Bean, vacation movie. Did I just... Oh, I'm back as Lazarus, by the way. Does Lazarus need... I mean, he hasn't done Greedier, so let's do that, I guess. But that's not great. Okay, now it's the damage up version, so we've got that at least. Let me bring this for me. Thank you. Like, all I'm trying to do is put enough money in the bank that I can do greedier mode. Lusty Blood is actually huge. Lusty Blood is actually huge. And in fact, if we take that, we should get the... Oh, we don't have that anymore because we're not Eve. So true. Alright, well, that's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. I forgot how fun it was for the Hulk to be a scary thing. Everyone's scared of the Hulk. Thor is scared of the Hulk. The freaking god. I'm not taking a minus 0.4 speed. Are you crazy? And in the overall, like, Marvel universe thing, I'm not super impressed with what they did with the Hulk, At the end, he was just like a very neutered, very whatever-y version of what he used to be. Familiars. Box. Chewed pen. No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll be alright. Oh, by the way, another development in my life. I've become news pilled. I've started listening to NPR in the car every morning. And when I go back from work at the end of my commute. And I was listening to that. And there was an article a couple of days ago, maybe in like a week and a half ago, that apparently it came out that a bunch of pastors have been found to have been using ChatGPT to help with their fucking religious sermons. Which I'm like, listen, I can make a case for using ChatGPT for programming, because it's very repetitive, formulaic stuff. I can make a case for using ChatGPT for college students, because it's not ethical, but they're lazy. Lord knows, if I had it, I probably would have used it. But you're supposed to be the man that connects man with the spiritual thing above. You're supposed to be like the link in between the mortal, the ugly, and the divine, the beautiful. And you're gonna tell me you're gonna stuff a freaking like language learning model into the middle of that? That was fucking shocking to me, because like, if there's one place where I'm like convinced no one can make an argument for using ChatGPT. It's in fucking church sermons, man. Like, what are you talking about? That's supposed to be like a very personal, like, let's meditate about this, let's reflect about these teachings from our Lord Jesus Christ. And instead, they're, apparently you're being served secondhand machine slop. Did you know? I don't know, because I feel like for those that go to church, right? Because I don't, and you know, maybe they're fine with it. What do I know? But for those that go to church, I feel like if you go to church, a big aspect of it is the human aspect of it. A big part of going to church is that there is a real connection to be made with your fellow man, you know, etc., etc. You can't, like, it's the one place where supposedly machines cannot penetrate, the one place where they can't interject and become part of the conversation. And yet, plus 0.7 tiers. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna really do a whole thing here. Yep, that's pretty good. That's gonna help. Oh, that's my B. That's my B. Sorry. I'm honestly so out of practice doing a greedier mode. Part of me is like, should I do just greed mode? But like, what's the point in having to do this if I have to freaking do it again later? No, no, no. We'll do greedier. That's the end of that conversation. Thank you very much. Double deal. Ocular Rift is pretty good. Pulling nearby, it's just the pulling in nearby enemies and such, it's too good to pass up. It's too good to pass up. So I'm actually going to take that and we're gonna move on. Is there a bomb? There's not a bomb. Alright, we're just gonna leave it there then. By the way, there's gonna be more Pokemon Thursday? Sure, why not? Thursday. I feel like, you know, we haven't had Pokemon in a bit, and I've been itching to play some, you know, and I know that if I stop playing, I'm gonna stop playing, and we don't want that. So we're gonna get right back on that saddle. Thursday is the plan at the moment. Oh, dude, I started watching on the plane and then pretty much obsessively the whole time I was in DC, Tulsa King, which is this Paramount TV show starring Sylvester Stallone as a mafia dude that gets moved to Tulsa after basically being out, and he basically went to jail for someone in his family, in his mafia family. And when he came out, you know, the world had moved on without him, and they were like, it's easier to just move him out of the way. And so they just sent him over to Tulsa, expecting him to... It was essentially going to be his Florida, you know, it was just going to be where he went to retire and never bother anyone else again. This fucking sucks, dude. Is this not plugged in? Okay, it is plugged in now. That's weird. Took a bit of a tumble. But I've been watching it pretty much obsessively. Dude, Sylvester Stallone can... Okay. If you'll permit me, because we're tight like that. My man Silly Stallone, he can act. He can honestly put together a performance I wasn't expecting. I mean, I haven't seen him in stuff that requires, you know, that sort of like that depth and charisma that mafia roles and the like require. Let's do Apollyon, sure. Let's do some Apollyon greedier. And yeah, I've been really enjoying watching Tulsa King. It's been honestly like pretty funny because I was watching that and I was like, damn, they're playing him as like a 75-year-old. That's crazy. Cause like I'm watching him like that guy's like 50. There's no way they're putting him. No, he is 75. That's just his age. My man looks so good for 75. Like, oh my god. I mean, you know, forget the fact that he is walking around unimpeded, which, you know, not every 75-year-old needs a cane, but some of them do. And a man that's, you know, done as much and had such a like a twisted and turned life as my man Sylvester. I was expecting him to kind of need a little tiki taka or a little like, you know, a little cane at least. No, no, no. Not only is he doing that, he's like doing action scenes. He's like getting in fights and stuff and looking good while doing it. Like, it's not like, because if you know me, you know I have one gripe with the fucking John Wick movies, and that's like in John Wick 4, Keanu Reeves insisted he would do his own fight scenes. And there's that fight scene on top of the fucking Continental Hotel that he does at pretty much the start of the movie, where it is some like Steven Seagal level like Aikido shit. Like, you know, they are waiting for him to come to them. He is just kind of walking over, doing a bit of a twist, and suddenly a guy flips over. There is like a little roll he does on the ground that is so tired. And I'm like, dude, it's okay. It's okay. You know, it's the last movie. You know it's the last movie. John Wick's going away after this one, and that's fine. I'm taking all the damage in the world. Give me just a second. John Wick's going away after this one, and that's fine. You don't have to... You don't have to suffer like this. You know, you don't have to commit to the purity of it until the end. You can let someone else come in and be your butt double. That's okay. They can do the fights for you. No problem there. All right, my guy? You can't... I was a little worried for him. But no, meanwhile, my man, Sylvester Stallone. I find it so funny because, like, they've obviously told him to, like, walk with a purpose, with charisma. He's a mafia guy, for frick's sake, you know, so he's going around. But he walks like this. He kind of like heaves his whole, like the whole right side of his body whenever he walks anywhere, which is endlessly hilarious to me. Plus, I'll take this for the +5 coins on pickup, but I'm not going to absorb that because that seems like a problem. We're kind of not doing great in terms of items. I'm going to use the mystery gift inside of the curse room after the bosses. Is going to be my plan. But yeah, so far this is a pretty cursed floor 1. Not a lot of opportunity has opened up to us. Yeah, I did it only a little bit, but I did do it a little bit, and it did mortify me while I was out with the in-laws. Whenever I am somewhere that has like a different language, or even worse, a different accent, I absorb that accent in like no time flat. Like with it, especially if it's like English, because English is not my first language, so like I kind of already kind of put on a bit of a performance whenever I'm speaking English, because I'm not, you know, my English personality is not my same as my Spanish personality, and that's the thing that I find endlessly fascinating. But whenever there's somewhere that's like a different dialect or a different accent of English, I pick it up really quick. And my fiance's family are from the south. And so like sometimes I'll be talking and there's a bit of a drawl, you know, there's a bit of like so y'all been around long, you know, like that kind of, you know, and it's like ooh, I have to like keep in mind to like cut that shit out, cuz we've been talking for like 2 hours maybe, you know, chill out. Reel it back in, cowboy. I also, okay, I just, all the stuff that I've been watching is spilling out of me right now. I've been watching this TV show, premiered this year, also Paramount show, because apparently Delta has a deal with Paramount and they had so many Paramount shows on there, called Watson, which is basically What If House MD, but it's Dr. Watson instead in the Sherlock Holmes universe. Yeah, that was a really fucking cursed floor one. We're gonna try it again. It's gonna be better. Okay, we're gonna eat that. You know, we'll take the damage up. Immediately a damage up, that makes the run better than last time. But it's like, what if Sherlock Holmes, but instead is sorry, what if it's Dr. House, but instead of Dr. House, it's Dr. Watson from Sherlock Holmes. So there's like, it's just every episode someone shows up with a bizarre illness, you know, they get diagnosed with something, they start treating them, turns out that's wrong, they start having a seizure. A lot of seizures in that show. I watched like, I think 5 episodes on the plane, and there were at least 4 seizures across different like episodes. It wasn't like that there was someone that was having, you know, constant seizures or something. No. It was just a episode 1 seizure, episode 2 seizure, episode 3 maybe a seizure, I forget, episode 4 definitely seizure. And it was just like, dude, seizures are like a very dangerous medical thing. It's not just like something you can throw around like that. But that was the show that I watched. I am kind of a sucker for what I'm going to call sort of like trash TV, you know, that's sort of like these mass-produced Paramount Plus I forget what the station is that does this, but it's sort of like, you know, the 100 and Watson and Tomorrow People. Was Tomorrow People a TV show? I feel like it was. It was like shows like that. Like CW, the CW shows, basically shows like this that are just like a decent premise, but they all basically devolve into becoming extremely formulaic, not a lot of substance on those bones, you know, but because I enjoy a good premise and because I enjoy world building, I'm excited about shows like this that are not afraid to present you with a world that is kind of crazy, because you know, pretty much every other like serious show is just like, what if police, hello, what's up? Pretty much every other show is like, what if the police did this, but you know, this time they're only breaking these laws, or what if the, you know, sometimes I'm interested in a world that's not afraid to be like, what if there's radioactive fallout and fucking dogs are people now? About to eat dinner soon. How are you? About the same. Trying really hard to unlock some stuff, but I'm focusing too hard on the yapping and not so much on the gaming. And that's sort of the situation we are in. Okay, fire rate up. We'll take it. We'll take it. But yeah, I was talking about how since I took a recent trip to DC, I had a lot of time on the plane to watch TV shows, and I watched the first 5 episodes of this new Paramount Plus show that is Watson. That's basically What If Sherlock Holmes, but instead of sorry, not What If Sherlock Holmes. What if Doctor House MD, but instead of House, it's Watson from the Sherlock Holmes universe. But it's pretty much the exact same formula, even down to like there is a woman director of medicine who is always on their ass about like the rules. You know, it's literally just House, but like not even a twist. Just it's the Sherlock Holmes IP because it's free and people like it. And yeah, I did watch 5 episodes of it, so I guess you know there's some hook there. You know, like they're doing something right. Poo poo monster. Oh yeah, a lot of poo poo everything in this game. You ever played The Binding of Isaac? Gonna be quite a lot of that going around. I have not. Oh well, this is I would say if you enjoy roguelites, The Binding of Isaac is probably the best roguelite in the world, and I don't think many people are actually gonna contest you on that if you were to bring that up. It's had a few DLCs since it first came out, and every DLC has added enough content to essentially be its own separate game. There's so many little secrets, so many bosses, so many things to unlock. I'm inching on 1,000 hours of having played this game, and I have unlocked on the whole about 60% of what there is to be had. Now granted, I'm not great at this game. So, you know, take it with a pinch of salt. But there's a lot to be had in this game. I'm about to die to a little mook inside of the demon deal. No, okay. I'm okay. Yeah, very strongly recommend Binding of Isaac. Really good game. How you been, by the way? Sorry about the thunking. I always try to bring down the water bottle oh so gingerly on top of the table, and I even have a microphone arm. I just always forget to install it. Because I go to work, and I come back, and I'm tired, and I stream, and I'm hungry, and I eat, and it's, you know, like, there's never time for anything up in here. I have to, like, pump the... God forbid you go to work. I mean, you know, I gotta go to work. Who else is, you know, how's cancer gonna get cured otherwise? Someone has to do it. To be fair, I am leaving my job in like 2 weeks. So I put in my 2 weeks notice like yesterday. But I'm leaving Friday of not next week, but then one after. So, you know, probably quite a few more streams after that. It's not that okay, I say I'm leaving my job. I have to leave my job. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. I need a key. I have to leave my job because I am here on a student visa, and they don't really take kindly to people that are on student visas having a job. I'm allowed to have a job. I'm not breaking the rules right now. It's just I've had a job for 3 years, and 3 years is the maximum limit. But you know, I'm not about to make my company fire me, even though I might get some severance pay or something out of it. Just it seems a little rude to do. So instead, I'm just quitting. What are you having for dinner, by the way? I'm about to have a tuna sandwich, which I am endlessly excited about. My favorite. Pizza. Oh, that's a classic. You putting pineapple on it? About to unfollow. About to unfollow because of that one. No, yeah, I mean, you know. Listen. We all like to joke. We all like to say, ew, pineapple on pizza, awful, cooties. No. I've tried it. It's, you know, the problem with it, right, is that pineapple is just very sweet. And especially cooked pineapple is like hot and gooey, and it's just, you know, if you enjoy that, that's fine. I don't think we can see eye to eye on that, but you know, live your best life. I'm about to die because I'm talking about pineapple on pizza instead of dodging. Pineapple on pizza is alright. Alright, you're about to have a fight in the comments. Enjoy it. Pineapple in general is yuck. See, I do agree on that. I do have kind of a mouth sensitivity to pineapple, you know, in the way that, like, because people, when I say that, people are always like, well, pineapple has that enzyme that makes it so. Yeah, I know. Shut up. I'm saying that on top of that, I also have a mouth sensitivity to pineapple, and I don't enjoy that. So pineapples are eating you back. It's the snack that bites back. He will one day unlock fucking Lost. Oh shit. Raid incoming. Give me a second. Thank you very much for the raid. I have to I'm in a bit of a pickle right now. I'm gonna give you the shout out now before I forget. Welcome very much for welcome. Thank you for the whoa. Okay. Jesus. Chill out. I gotta go in the order. I gotta go in the right order. So many raids. Alright, first shout out, Baldur's Gate. Oh, are y'all coming from playing Baldur's Gate together? I see. That was, yeah, that's not a raid. That's like a proper invasion. Next one. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. And then the last shout out. Adam the Rat King. Alright, now that that's done, hello, Raiders. Thank you for the heart attack. I am Gallium GG. Are we friends, Mimi? Are we friends? Oh, absolutely. We can do that. We are colleagues. We are acquaintances. Gallium, that hurts. Okay, we are friends. We're friends. I'm sorry. Friends with Mimi. And I play kind of a bit of everything, you know, as it is here on Twitch. I play a lot of Isaac, so if you like that, you will enjoy possibly this. I do quite a bit of yapping when I'm playing, so don't be worried. We were talking about pineapple on pizza when y'all showed up. Feel free to drop your opinion in the chat. There was a very active discussion on the matter. And at the moment, I'm also doing a randomized playthrough of Pokemon Black 2, so if you enjoy that, or you feel like you might enjoy that, make sure to, you know, drop a follow, etc., etc. That's no pineapple on pizza. See, personally, I'm on your side, but I have tried pineapple on pizza. I have been known to have a Hawaiian at least once or twice, and I was like, it's not so bad. I could have this. Do I want to trade in this for the D6? Only tried it once and it was not great. That's sort of my take on it also. Yeah, I'm gonna trade it out. And then if I could re-roll into like a battery, that's fantastic. Okay, so re-roll this and then get me a battery, and there we go. Die standing that live kneeling. Listen, I know people feel very strongly about it, but I think, well, okay, immediately went into that mushroom. I think essentially my main issue with it is that, first of all, pineapple has quite a few enzymes that just perform lysis on whatever it is that they are on. This includes yourself, don't get me wrong. If you did not know this, pineapple, as you are eating it, also eats you back. But, you know, it's also like pineapple with the cheese. It can, like, it doesn't quite curdle it, but it does, like, soften it in a way that, like, you know, it just messes with a lot of the textures. And it's just so dang sweet, especially if it's cooked on top of the pizza. People eat pineapple on pizza, and it's people whom are correct. Yeah, you know, I can understand that. Yeah, we're gonna take that for sure. Give me a quick reroll. Nah, that's okay. You know, y'all had pizza science. Oh, we've got every kind of science. Hello, I am a professional scientist. How do you do? For the moment, I am about to quit my job, so I guess I'll go back to being an amateur scientist in about 2 weeks. But for the moment, I am a professional scientist. Nice to have you. Lump of coal. Okay, the run is blessed. The raider showed up and Edmund smiled on me from on high. Did you ever decide on PhD stuff? The PhD people decided for me in that they did not accept me into any program. It's just a really fucked up year for international person to try to join a PhD program. Oh, I did not realize there were spikes. That's fine. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. You know, I'm about to die because I was yapping instead of focusing, but that's how we roll over here, by the way, so that's just gonna keep happening. Yeah, I mean, it does suck, but it is what it is. Like, I have no control over it. I'm not about to throw a fit about it. Basically, yeah, I had, like, I think 8 or 9 applications total. 3 or 4 reached out saying, hey, we would like to interview. Then I did all those interviews, and they all went pretty well. And then a couple of them just straight up ghosted me after the interviews, and a couple of them were like, hey, sorry, but, you know, we would offer you a spot, but this year is just so hopeless for international students. Instead, they offered me a spot in master's programs, and I am, at the moment, entertaining a master's in pharmaceutical sciences as my next step, which, you know, I am excited about because it is essentially just what if I took a PhD, but instead of a PhD, it's more focused towards professional development rather than staying in academia. Because the master's program, at least that one I'm looking at, is structured as if it was a little PhD. You don't even have to do a thesis if you don't want to. You can do research instead and publish that. So it is basically a PhD, but more geared towards industry. It's gonna be all bombs. Yeah. I don't know what they expected from me there. Fortis, shut the hell up. You think you're so funny. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Seribot. Everyone say good bot in the chat for Seribot. Is that a Tinterrock? No, I made it up. So yeah, how was Baldur's Gate? Without spoilers, if you can. I haven't played it yet. It's like currently discounted on Steam. It's like 20% off, and I'm like, my little villainous heart is like, please, you know, make it 50% off at least. Even though I know they deserve the money because it's a good ass game. My little miser heart is like, no, make it cheaper. But yeah, I very desperately want to play that game. I do have Divinity Original Sin 2, whatever it was called, the game by Larian Studios that was basically same template, you know, different flavor, not D&D, but another thing almost exactly like D&D. And I do also have another game in the. I have a couple other games in the Divinity series. I have the first, I have Divine Divinity, the first sort of older one that they did, and I have Divinity 2, Ego Draconis, which is the one you turn into a dragon. Which I played Ego Draconis for a while, just sort of by myself. I quite enjoyed it. It has a mind reading skill that I really enjoyed because it lets you get into a lot of secret places because you learn all the little secrets. That was pretty fun. Yes. No. Listen, that run was just practice. That's better. I wish that I could just like be doing Lost runs, cause like I'm like just basically daydreaming about Lost runs, cause what if, you know? Lost is just so good to play. I enjoy it very much, but I am also bad at the game. Pay to play is huge actually in greed mode because it's basically you don't need to buy keys anymore, and the keys are a big expense. So we're definitely gonna go for that if we can afford it. I also need to... Part of me wants to go find my controller and plug it in. I don't really play Isaac with the controller when I'm at my desk, but I do feel like I am a lot worse when I'm playing on the keyboard, especially now that we've freaking got company. I'm like actually slightly self-conscious about it now. I cannot believe you did this to me. But yeah. I was talking... What the hell was I talking about? Oh, the freaking Watson show that I watched on the plane. They have a lot of like strokes in that show, like very gratuitously. I know, like, you know, that's something that they did a lot in House also, to kind of show, oh no, the medicine they give them and we gave them is wrong. But like, dude, like a lot of things can happen with bad medicine. You can have freaking a rash. I don't know. It doesn't always have to be you start like shaking and spewing foam from your mouth and stuff. That's like very severe medical stuff. If you have that stuff happening consistently at your clinic, your ass is getting shut down like faster than you could even like say malpractice, dude. Like, I get that the whole point that is like eccentric medicine from a guy that was already a genius and then was trained by Sherlock Holmes to become even more of a genius. But come on, dude. You also are a doctor. He also does the thing that a lot of doctor main characters do that really drives me up a wall. That's like, does not want to have himself like treated or examined or anything. He's got brain trauma because of things relating to the show's lore. He's got brain trauma, and instead of addressing it, yes, please. He just moves on. Instead of doing anything about that, he just says like, no, I'm fine, don't treat me, and just yeah, the doubled coins are gonna get this run off the ground really quickly if we can actually get some damage on us. Please, Edmund. At least, you know, it's still floor 1. I might not go for the devil deal thing for this floor, just to kind of have the certainty that we're gonna be okay. But also, there's a lot of coins now on the line for this. We can start doing rerolls. We can actually kind of build a run. A lot of those coins spawning duplicated is really gonna help us out. Ah. Oh yeah, that's a full 15. I mean, it's as good as basically as an item here. There's just nothing that I would really want to have out of the items here. And if I reroll, unless there's something discounted, I don't think there's anything that's that worthwhile. Honestly, Mr. Me is potentially good. It's a bit of a dangerous play, but going for the machine, right? Because it can give out coins, and they have a chance to be duplicated, exactly like that. So you know the way that I've sunk 8 coins into it, and I've gotten a couple out of it. Walking on sunshine. Wait, as long as that's working, let's go in here. Balls of steel. Speed down. Fine, fine, whatever. 2 keys. We don't need keys, but that's fine. I guess, no, even chests. Don't even take that. Oh, blow it up. Then act like you don't know nobody. We have 1 coin, so it's actually hopeless now. Oh, this is balls of steel. We can't buy it. I do have 2 bombs. Mayhaps if these guys pay out. Yeah, there we go. Pop me 1 of those. Keep me in good health. Yeah, you know, with that I am satisfied that we can go ahead and do a devil deal. We might not even walk into here to sort of guarantee the angel deal in next floor. Because as you can see, I kind of need every little bit of the health bar that I am given. But okay, actually fucking lock in Gallium, please. You've got guests. You can't be putting on a bad show for them right now. Okay, please ignore the way that I just absolutely fumbled every bit of that. We're going to, yeah, you know, this is what we're gonna do. Yeah, exactly. Like nothing happened. Oh, I'm so close to being able to afford Mr. Me. Are you crazy? Why would you do this to me right now? Why would you do this to me? Ah, fuck. Alright, well. We tried our best. Did not happen. I don't even know how many coins I have in the machine at the end, because I haven't even seen it this run yet. Yeah. I wonder if every room is for every room cleared, you know, aka taking damage spawns a blue fly. Sure. Sure, but no thanks. I'm gonna be alright. This should just be like a free return on investment. Yep, thank you. Blow up the shopkeepers really quick for a couple extra coins for me, maybe. Enemies and pickups. That's okay, I actually kind of want the coins, if I can keep them. But yeah, now hopefully we have a bit of an engine going. We actually have a bit of damage up that we just got. So hopefully with that and a bit of level-headed playing. Okay, the chest does trigger whenever you finish a room, aka a round, in greed mode, which is incredible news. This is going to get us all the way to the moon. Because these pickups could be anything. They could even be, I'm not sure that's a good idea. Because there are some mushroom effects that are not great. Yeah. A lot of trinkets. If I had some sort of like trinket smelter thing going on, that'd be pretty good. He who smeltered it, deltered it. Actually, forget I ever said that. Do not remember me by my deeds and my words. There we go. Kind of just needed to clear a bit of room. And now we're actually doing a lot better. You. Was there even anything good here? No, I was gonna say, this was all pretty, like, whatever. Now this mushroom, yeah. Plus 70 years. Doubles all blue fly / spider spawns, but we don't really have blue fly / spider spawns. Yes, we take lump of coal. Okay, now suddenly this, just that couple of items is going to put us ahead. I guess I'll have a key. And I guess, yeah, I'll just do this, just because I'd rather do that than the weirdo mushroom. Thank you. Because I believe there are... Well, actually, mushroom... I was gonna say, mushrooms are not that bad, right? Could actually be fine. Get on. That was barely any damage. Holy. That worm is huge. Dude, I was saying earlier how we were watching the first Avengers movie last night. Just rewatching, because I haven't really watched the Avengers much since it first came out, because like, why would you need to? It's a Marvel movie, you know. There's not a lot to like appreciate on a rewatch. You watch it once, you pog. Thank you very much. The contract is completed. You like get out the door, right? Watching the Hulk punch the freaking big ass Katari worm, dude, that never gets old. That's my secret, Cab. I'm always angry. Whew. Whew. Thank you. Very cool. He's gonna dash up. And he dies. Thank you. Angle deal. I'll absorb that, actually. Yeah, for a damage up. I don't want to respawn. Fuck you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm like, my run is good, but it's not busted yet. Now, you know, should I be able to win on a run that is purely good? Yes. But shut up. Active items can be overcharged. Is a little whatever-y. Yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll just see what's up in the next floor. But if I can get a bomb, that's immediate return on investment. I can't get a bomb. Alright, yeah. I overplayed my hand. I got greedy. It is greed mode, so you know. Am I playing badly, or am I just playing the game? Ask Edmund. Speaking of, I mentioned it when I was playing previously. Size up, Isaac can destroy rocks by walking into... We're definitely absorbing this one. We don't care about this. Yeah, there are some rocks here, and some of them are even skulls, and that's gonna give us access to bombs, and honestly, yeah, I think I will take that. I used to think this gave you a speed down, but I'm pretty sure it's just because the size up gives that impression. Really cool, thank you. Careful with the... Yeah, this one. Bring this up. Just busting all of these in case there's a crawl space. Now we're gonna have, you know, I'm sorry to say, run's gonna have to get a little slow, a little methodical. We have to cover our bases, cross our T's, dot our I's, you know. Okay, let me get rid of this guy, come back in. All right, now we go. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I'll take Magician. Magician will just clear the floor for me. I need to please start looking where my character is actually. Is actually what I'm going to do. Okay, forget it, forget it. We're try-harding now. We're actually going to try to beat fucking greed mode. Because come on, dude. Come on, this is what the people came for. This is what you promised them in the show. We're supposed to be unlocking Howie Mandel for the Lost. And meanwhile, you're out here yapping about completely inconsequential things. You have learned nothing. Nothing, you fool. There we go. Stay back so Lump of Coal does more of a job. Yes, thank you. Where did that key come from? Oh, the chest. Okay, I was like, huh? I'm so big, it's like completely covering me now. Okay. I can keep this going, but also I have 48 coins. +1 damage, spawns a random rune. Okay. Actual rune? Hagalaz, I can already do that. We have Hagalaz at home. +1 damage, absolutely. 3 cost. Yeah, got me some of those. Okay, now we are in territory. We're in sort of start saving up for the final fight territory now. I don't have Magician anymore. Let's keep in mind, because I did leave the room. But I traded it for a couple of damage upgrades that are going to come in very handy. So I don't feel too bad about that. That was, honestly, pretty impeccable dodging. Unimpeachable, impeccable. How does he do it? Is this war? I guess it's war. Because it's all dark like that. I didn't recognize you. You've grown up so much. Look at you. Does this work on bosses? It does. Huge. Step back for Lump of Coal. There we go. Now you're off your fucking high horse. See how you like it down here with the rest of us. Come roll around in the mug. Give me this. I did not expect the little guy at the bottom. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Oh, by the way, I haven't even mentioned this, but we've got over 100 followers as of like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, sometime along the weekend it happened. So we're gonna be doing a little something for that, next weekend is the plan. Yeah, okay. We're gonna be doing a little something for that next weekend. We're planning. The idea is to do a sort of a longer stream. What exactly that will entail, who knows? There's talk of doing online co-op Isaac, which I think could be fun. I've actually never really done that before. I've done co-op Isaac. But if there's one thing you have to know about me is that I'm a horrible co-op player. I get freaking pressed so easily when I'm playing co-op and it's not going my way. So, you know, I mean, we can do it, you know, don't get me wrong, we can do it. I'm just saying, you might not like how it is on the other side. I'm back to my regular size. We absorb this for even more fire rate. Okay, we're actually going crazy now. We do not want Mama Mega. I mean, it's actually like, it doesn't even like do much of anything is the problem. Blow these guys up. Not even a shred of coin for my troubles. How dare you? Alright. The Fool. Okay, we can maybe check out the curse room, I guess. Take a bit of damage, but just a bit. Not the full course of damage. Quite a few cards spawning, which I am a fan of. Something like a Magician card for the final greedier fight would not go amiss. Especially with Lump of Coal putting in the work, and then the tiers bouncing around, curving around, giving us the extra range, and really giving that guy what for. Yeah, I'm excited about that, I guess. It is, I will say, very nice to come back from a long trip. Not even a long trip, but I was away for like 4 days? It's very nice to come back from that because you don't realize how much YouTube, you know? I mean, okay, we consume a decent amount of YouTube in this household. The problem is, right? The day a video comes out from the channels that we like to watch, we watch it, and then it's done. And then we're just kind of sat there with like at least 3 more hours left in our evening going like, well, okay, what now, Mr. Wise Guy? And we're there like, well, I don't know. Suddenly we're back and, ooh, AWAS is very fun. Suddenly we're back and there's so many more fun, okay, give me that. Even more fire rate. I wish I could take this, but since I can't, I'm going to absorb it for, I guess, a bit of range. We'll take it. And then pop the Fool. Get out of here without taking damage. I guess I will take a battery just in case. Just in case. It's this guy again? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Okay, never mind. Old man's got hands. If you could, like, Brimstone Beam the other boss, that'd be really cool. Just saying. I don't know if you've considered doing that. That'd be really cool. Why is, like, the game sped up? Or is that just Monstro? Is that the red variant of Monstro? It's just, like, fucking fast as fuck. I'm not a fan, I gotta say. Give me a second. The alarm was going off to feed the cat. Like, Monstro 2 is not this fast normally. That's the red variant, right? I haven't lost my touch that much. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. Okay, these guys should not be that much of a trouble. Because they do like to clump up when they come visit. Okay, you can't do that. Pretty sure actually legally you can't do that. Fuck you. Yeah, okay, popping up on top of you is definitely a thing that I feel like should be written out of these guys' code. Okay, one dead. I'm pretty sure the other guy is still stuck up in that corner, because there's not a lot of ways for a boss that big to get out of a corner like that. So I'm thinking he's still up here. Yep. It's kind of funky because even when they're underground, they follow the pathing of the above ground. There you are. Kill your guy. Straight up not worth. Maw of the Void, though. Kind of worth. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. The Maw of the Void and the Angelic one kind of work together in tandem in a way that is honestly pretty beautiful, I have to say. I found pills. Okay, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I don't even have to spend the coin. I just, you know, I do not think outside of the box. The box is where I live and I enjoy it. In fact, I rent the box. $2,000 a week for the box, but I enjoy it. Thank you very much. Speed and range, sure. Then I'll eat this one for more. Oh, fire rate up, damage up, and that's also spun, so even more damage up. Fantastic. We love to see it. Oh, I'm excited is bad. I'm excited is bad. I'm excited is really bad. I'm gonna wait for it to pop again, and then we're gonna wait, and I'm gonna wait for it to pop again, and then, because I'm not sitting here and letting I'm excited freaking. Or does it need to be an active room for it to proc? Because that's gonna really suck if that's the case. Oh, spider. No, that's I'm excited. Okay, there we go. We're back to normal. And it needs to, it procs at least one more time, I'm pretty sure. And we're not gonna let it do that. That's a big haul. If there was like some soul hearts or something, I would be interested in buying those, actually. Curse immunity is fine. Actually, like at this point, you know, we've got a couple of floors left, and it's not like some of the more annoying curses can actually hurt us here. Yeah, this is back to being sped up now. Health, speed, tears, damn. You know what? I'll take it for the health. Now we're also back to normal. I'm gonna pop these skulls before we start. Gonna blow up these fires before we start. Hopefully get a little something something for my trouble. I did not. I am like too fast for my own good. Yeah. Speed 2 on a brain that hasn't played Isaac for a week or so is a dangerous game to play. Is it just one ghost? Please tell me it's just one ghost. Okay, the Abyss. The Abyss is honestly... It's my friend. The Abyss is my friend. I am staring at the Abyss, and it is staring back. And we winked. You know, a little playfully. A little something like, you know. Oh, like, yeah, that's a little something just for you. Okay. That was not so bad. Let's keep it up. One more time. One more go. One more line. Okay. Boss 1. He's dead. We love to see it. Don't stand under him, because he will come kill you. Please, can you do anything other than charge? Thank you. Now, I've already taken a devil deal, so it's just gonna offer me more devil deals, and I am worried about that, I believe. Yeah, I think I am worried about that. I would like to maintain some health going forward, if that's at all possible. Dude, can you reroll? Fuck you, man. Yeah, okay. There's no reroll. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna choose this. I'm not thinking I'm gonna choose violence this time around. Alright, onward and upward. Not a lot of health going on. We still get the one floor. Okay, a health up item. Immediately I'm okay with that. My immediate reaction is, yes, please. Okay, Gimpy. Actually, not bad. Actually decent, all things considered. I could diagonal walk that. I could. Don't laugh, I could. But I won't. So there's that. Health, damage, range, yeah. And honestly, the speed down is probably good. It's still so high. Okay. We're gonna go like that. We're gonna do it like that. Can you pop up, dude? Fuck you. There's so many guys. There's so many guys. I'm in so much trouble. Because they keep spawning these guys that don't die. I'm not gonna pop a pill in the middle of an active war zone. Because I'm not a maniac. Can this guy please fucking pop up for once in his life? Show up. Do the job. He still has not, by the way. This guy's crazy. I mean, there's enough hearts to go around. Like, there's enough hearts to keep me well fed. I'm not in trouble here. Okay. If the hand... Okay, it's the little bone hand. I'm like, if it's the regular hand and it grabs me and pulls me away, I'm pretty sure I'm actually screwed. There's so many red hearts. Oh, because enemies dying can spawn red hearts. Wait, that's huge. Actually, Gimpy's huge in here. Gimpy's actually going to take me all the way to the top. Thank you. Destroy all rocks in the room, you say. Okay, now I can pop a pill. Yeah, I'll have a luck up, sure. Sure, man. Why not? I need like a magician card for the final battle. That'll sit really well. Magician card for the final battle. That'll go down real easy. Okay, I'm actually going to shut up and focus. Did I take... Yeah, I did take some damage, but I am gonna shut up and focus though. I see that spirit heart. Don't think I don't. But as long as we are here like this, I'm gonna check out this room. Sure. And I'm gonna heal up and pop this. And get my coins for my trouble. And I guess for one last time. Okay, you're actually not hard to deal with. Your patterns are real easy. You need to die. There we go. Very nice. Kind of odd and almost poetic. There was a guy guarding the gates of hell and it was an angel. The lovers? No, I'm magician. Magician is what we want. The sun is actually not bad to kind of pop in a moment of desperation. So I'll bring that. And then let's go. We're not gonna get in there with a whole host of clean power, clean energy. Yeah. I don't know if that like has been fixed, but I swear there was at a time the possibility that like you walked into the middle of the room and like the boss spawned on top of you. I swear that used to be a thing that could happen, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm glad that's not the case. And okay, I should have absorbed it. I completely forgot that was a thing that I could do. I should have absorbed it. At least health-wise, you know, we've got pretty decent damage. It's just a matter of me actually locking in and doing the fight. But if I can do that, oh baby, we're in business. He's gonna go pick up that coin, or he should. Oh, never mind. Well, I'll have it, dude. Thanks. Yeah, those guys, when they die, can spawn half hearts, which is really incredibly nice. And we'll absolutely take that every time. 10 out of 10. Okay, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Let the bombs take care of them. Thank you. I'll pick that up real quick. Yeah, I mean, it's like... the hearts are fine. It doesn't even, like, it's not even that big of a deal if he gets healed, is the thing. Like, my damage output kind of outpaces that anyway. Wait, is there kind of a meta to getting hurt here? Keep up with me here. Basically, when you get hurt, you spawn coins. Pickups have a chance to be doubled because of a humbling bundle. Can I end up with more coins than I started with? I guess is what I'm asking. Because that'd be pretty cool if that's the case. Actually, yeah, I do need that, and I do need that. And I do have the sun card, let's not forget. For whatever that's worth. That's pretty good. If I'm ever, like, in a pinch, if the health ever gets a little low, if the sun ever gets real low, big guy. Yeah. Come and get a piece. Come and get a freaking piece of this. Dude, I'm just too powerful. Never mind. Maybe I'm not. Wait, yeah, I can have. I had 66 coins. I had 76 coins, sorry. I have 77 now. There literally is a getting hurt meta with Humbling Bundle. Okay. Yeah, see? I'm making money when I get hurt. I'm not saying I should try to get hurt, but you know, when I get hurt, the enemies spawn hearts. Sometimes I get a soul heart, or I spawn a soul heart when I get hurt. Sometimes this motherfucker takes my coins, which is not cool of him. Alright, greedier. Pop. There we go. Now, greed is actually not that hard to deal with because he does have a bunch, like he doesn't have as much health. You can already see he's kind of not that much of a problem right now. And the attack patterns that are pretty easy to predict. Like they were not cooking that much when they made a greedier greed. I'm gonna be honest. It just does this. Okay, that is my B. I got greedy, as is the name of the game. There is a getting hurt meta though. Okay, I'm actually down on coins now. Cause I keep doing this. I'm kind of back up now. Kind of. Okay, I need to just focus on beating the boss, and then if I get more coins along the way, that's just a happy little accident, let's just call it. But I'm at like 82 coins now. Dude, we're fine. Oh, careful. If I take one more damage, I'm popping the sun card. I'm keeping that in mind. There it is. I'm gonna be close to like full coins at the end of this. Yeah, there we go. 88. I entered into this room with like 70. Brown nugget. Black rune. For sure. Alright, let's feed the machine. It's not enough. It's close. It's like one more run and we're there. But it's not enough. The store key. Very nice. Oh, come on. You're going to jam? That's all right. You know, with that one successful run, I am terribly sorry to report I am feeling pretty hungry. And dinner is kind of calling my name because Emma has been in for a bit. And she's been kind of like walking in and out of the place looking a little sad and dejected and hungry. And I don't want to make her wait. And I don't want to make my tummy wait. My little Henry Winkler. He needs to be fed. So, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Let's see who's around that we can raid out to right now. Om Nom Munch. Oh, the kids are asleep. They are live. They're very wonderful people, and I enjoy hanging out with them very much. They are playing Dragon Age 2. Wait, Dragon Age 2? I guess they finished with Dragon Age Origins now. That's actually... Okay, so you're probably entering into a brand new playthrough. That's going to be really fun. So make sure you stick around and say hi. Again, I'm Gallium GG. Drop a follow if you want to see more Isaac. Typically, the quality of the gaming is better than that.